Having gone on a journey in overcoming chronic fatigue syndrome through a deep exploration of integrative medicine, the so-called best of East and West, I found myself in conversation with Pat, a Vietnam veteran, Marine. Pat was a survivor of the war, but also of 40 years of what he called the best the VA system had to offer. Suicidal, with the effects of decades of chronic severe PTSD and ready to give up, he said I was his last hope. We met. His skin was red, his upper chest jutted out painfully, his hands shook uncontrollably. He'd started eating with a spoon because it was too difficult to keep things on a fork. The second time we met, he unrolled practically a scroll of the medications he was on, 58 in total. He wore a pain patch, gobbled pain medication, and said that his skin crawled. His stomach was always upset. And he needed to talk about the war and its effects on him. "Promise me if we go there that you won't drop me," he said. I promised. We set out on the journey, traveling all over the country to different practitioners and methods hand-selected to improve his PTSD. There were stress reduction skills, and yoga and qigong. There was acupuncture, craniosacral therapy and EFT, Reiki, and therapeutic scents and sounds. He fought and struggled at many points along the path. "You'll never get a combat vet to do this," I got used to hearing him say. And then he went and did whatever it was anyway. With each visit we made, we also fit in a field trip to something veteran-related. A monument, a cemetery, an art exhibit. Something respectful and contemplative that also honored his service. He'd never been able to go to things like that before, he said, without breaking down. I embroidered a shirt for him with emblems of his Vietnam service so that he could have it always. And he started to get better. Sitting on the seawall after a visit to one practitioner in Florida, I snapped this photo. Later, I asked him about the look in his eyes. I'd never seen it before. "What were you thinking about?" I asked him. I was thinking, I could get used to feeling like this. Later that night, at a Japanese restaurant, I taught him how to use chopsticks. He was game. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I watched him pick up individual grains of rice without a tremor. I almost cried.